Alrighty, guys. Welcome here to ISD here on 101.5 WLCB, broadcasting out of Slade's Corner, Wisconsin, here with Devonn
and Pierce.
Vontrell.
And we got a very, very, very special guest, our guy, Trenton Hiley.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, bro?
I'm wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for having me, man.
No problem, bro. Of course, first thing you're going to do, of course, introduce the song that you picked. What song is that?
Do Not Disturb by Drake.
Of course, it's Drake. We'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to ISD here on 101.5 WLCB. You're here with Devonn
And Pierce.
And we got a very, very, very special guest, our guy, Trenton Hiley. How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to be here, man. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to see what you guys are doing. It's a pleasure.
You talk like a politician. I know I told you that before.
Man, you told me that before,
Very PC.
man.
Very PC.
I got to do a decent Barack Obama impersonation, believe it or not.
Really?
We might have to hear that later.
Yeah, no,
Right.
definitely.
Yeah, man. Possibly, maybe.
For sure, for sure. We're here to talk about what you do, my guy. And why don't you tell the people what you do?
All right, cool. So my name is Trenton Hiley. I am the co-founder of SayLess Customs, and I am the CEO of Highly Capable. So SayLess Customs, we make people's clothing. So I guess you can say we manufacture, but we also sell our own stuff. So you'll see our own patches, embroidery, things like that. So, and Highly Capable is something like, personally, myself, a little bit of motivation, positivity within a clothing brand. So here I am. That's what I do.
That's a dope name, by the way. Highly Capable.
Yeah, it's my last name.
Yeah,
My
that
last
was like,
name's
man,
Hiley, so
that's smart.
yeah, thank you. I used to use it for interviews when people would say, "Oh, blah 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 spoke highly of you." It's like, "Oh, well, that is my last name." Like,
That is my last name.
oh my god,
Yeah,
smart. That was smart.
That's super smart. What made you get into that?
So me and my partner Terrion, we were just college students trying to make $1, and I sold him on the dream. I was like, I remember looking at like a Ralph Lauren polo, and I'm like, man, what's that like embellishment called? Like, what is that called? And I found out it was called embroidery, and I was like, yep, that's what it is. So he got his refund check. And I said, man, you should spend your whole entire refund check to buy us a machine.
Oh.
And he was like, are you like being serious? And I was like, dead serious.
Yes.
And and I remember we were sitting in a room looking at a screen, and he was like, if I click this button, it's going to be a purchase. And that's where it got started. So just like that, been doing it ever since.
That's dope.
Consistency.
So what inspires you to when you're making your clothes?
What inspires me? I would say dang, that's a good question. What inspires me? I would say just the fact that the industry is continuously like moving. Mm-hmm. Like you can never be stuck in one style, one fashion, or anything like that. Like if you want to stay above water, you have to keep changing with the time. So I would say that inspires me. And like creativity is my passion. So it's like you never get tired. Like you never stop if you're really passionate about it.
That kind of goes into the next question I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask how you stay on top of trends. Sometimes you can either beat them or sometimes you join them.
Good question.
Dang, how do you stay on top of trends? I was just saying, like, I would say just keeping an eye on the market, just actually looking at what people are doing, going to like functions. Like, I went to Complex Con. Yeah, Complex Con was fire, and I feel like that's a good place for you to see what's hot, what's not. So just keeping your eyes open, your eyes peeled. And you don't miss opportunities like that because it's moving so fast you can be lost. So
that's true. Plus, everything is recycled anyway. When
everything,
comes to fashion.
100%. Like after a certain point, it literally just goes right back. So when I saw like jerseys and snapbacks and stuff coming back in that era with Big Sean and Chris Brown and all that Tisa, all that stuff, I was like, oh yeah, you guys are just see. People probably like forgot all about that, but like,
they definitely did. And then they brought it back.
Yeah, it's gonna come back again. No worries. Yep.
Yeah.
And all he would do is just put Tisa on like the side of a hat.
Yeah, it was like,
and it would be the exact same thing, but branding.
I missed that one. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
That's regular.
So I know that you're known locally. Are you starting to get into the Chicago area, like more down in Chicago? Because there's always something going down there, especially during this month.
Yeah, I actually. I'm trying to get. I'm not even trying. I'm. That's what's on my bucket list to do. Just that. Just because, like, Illinois, Lake County, it's cool. It's all right.
But it's not big enough.
It's not big enough.
Yeah.
It's a fishbowl compared to Chicago. That's like a huge lake pond compared to like what I'm from Zion. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
People basically say I'm from Wisconsin because we're literally right there. So they're like, you're not even from Illinois, dude. So
Dang.
yeah.
Low key, I mean,
Basically not.
it's like a 5-minute drive up.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Pretty much, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
Got really quiet.
yeah, it really did. I was,
I thought the mics cut out for me.
Nah, but so now out of all the pieces that you've made, which piece is your favorite?
My favorite piece, I made the SayLess Customs piece that has like Miss Pac-Man and Mr. Pac-Man,
Nostalgic.
as well as like a bulldog on it. Just being a big creative. So that's one of my favorite pieces. But I also make like bags. So I made a Mickey Mouse bag, and that mug's fire. Not gonna lie. So my mom wants it, so that's how I know it's decent. So
Facts.
facts. Mom wants it. Everybody wants it, huh?
Now, how do you not get in trouble for that kind of stuff?
Oh, cool. So people always ask me.
Yeah,
this
I
type
thought
of
that
stuff.
too, because you put up some Popeye shorts
Yeah,
like
I
a while
some
ago.
Popeye shorts. I'll dibble and dabble in that all day, just because I'm just me. It'd be different if I was like mass producing, and that's when you can dibble and dabble in the white space, because it's like if you're not mass producing and you're not really reaching into anybody's pockets, they're not going to care about you.
Yeah.
But if I had a company and we're mass producing like Popeye shorts or Mario Brothers shirts, then we might have a problem if we're touching like thousands and millions. But other than that, I've been listening too much to like what up and coming, like Joe Freshgoods. I was listening to one of his podcasts.
He was at Complex Con as well.
Yeah, he's a dog. He's a dog.
Oh, it's crazy.
But he said something during like a podcast, some type of interview. He was like, if you're a small brand, take advantage of that because no one's looking at you. That's when you can really do whatever, literally whatever. But the moment eyes get on you, you can't do it. So that's how I don't get in trouble. I love that question because people are always like, dude, you should probably stop. I'm like, nah.
Because you got to have some type of trademarking license for that, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're like mass producing their stuff, like you got to have a license to do it. Yeah, absolutely. But other than that, it's kind of like free game because no one knows who you are really. So
do you guys do custom stuff too? Like if I wanted something, I can get it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Easy. Yeah. If you want some heat, customize it. Yeah, we got you.
I know we asked about trends and trying to find like not like so much hop on the new trends, but just kind of like keeping an eye out for it. But how do you try to differentiate yourself from the other brands, other people as well?
I would say I try to make it an experience because I learned that from this brand called Kith. I hope you guys know what that brand is.
Of course.
Nope.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Nope. Have you not heard of it for real?
Being dead serious. Maybe I saw it. It didn't really.
You definitely have seen it.
You probably have like subconsciously. You probably see something like, "Dang, that's Kith."
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait on that
He's
tag.
like,
Okay. I'm not gonna be like, yeah. I'm not gonna be like,
You're
yeah,
not gonna be like,
yeah.
I know what you mean. You're gonna
And I don't. So I'm like, oh, okay.
guys, no.
Exactly.
But I would say, what I try to differentiate, I try to make it a bit of an experience, like making sure that they're a part of it every step of the way. Some things that we do with some of our clients, like we give them a call, we actually talk to them on the phone, and then like I have an iPad, I like draw up stuff, and then I'll send it to them directly. So they're like, dang, like this kind of, like it's gonna look just like this. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be what it looks like. I'll send it to you again, be on FaceTime, and it's kind of like it shows a different experience rather than just being like, click here, you're done.
Right.
It's more of a, hey, you're actually being a part of the creative process.
Yeah.
So
That's
I know.
dope.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I like that.
Now, when you make a shirt or you make a custom design, how does it make you feel after you finish the project or you finish something for a customer?
So I like the process a whole lot. It's very time consuming, but at the very end, it's like being Picasso. It's like you see a painting, and it's like I took all this time to paint all this, all the trials and tribulations. You might mess up. You might have to start all over. But at the end, it's like that awe, like, man, wow, this is what it looks like. Especially if you have a vision and it looks exactly like your vision. That's the biggest inspiration because it's like I can truly create and I can truly make something, a thought, into a thing. So
That's what's up.
Yeah, I try to be inspiring sometimes.
Being inspiring or like continue to keep your same inspiration, that's something I've been having a hard time with lately. Just because it's like when you do so many of the things and you're like, so like, you're on the outside of something, right? And like, I want to do it so bad, I want to do it. Then you start doing it and you're like, oh God, now what? I'm here, I got so excited. You ever had that feeling?
Yeah, like jumping into it. It's like, what next?
Yeah, like what do I do now? Yeah.
Man, I just, you keep going. You just keep walking. You just keep walking. Even if it looks like it's dark in front of you, you just got to keep walking because either you're going to walk on some more ground, you might fall down a cliff or something like that. I feel like that's the best part about it because I know a lot of people fear the unknown, but it's good to kind of be motivated by the unknown because you never know what can happen. And if you control your positivity, you'll always want to keep going because you're like, because you could easily be like, oh, if I keep walking or if I keep doing this, it's probably going to end bad or it might end bad. Think otherwise. Like, oh, what if I do this and I become like a millionaire or something like that?
Right.
Like, imagine how Jeff Bezos was with Amazon. Like, if he was like, man, like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
He was in that garage slinging books.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people was laughing at this man. Like, dude, get a real job. Books, haha. And I think like Amazon, they didn't work for like 5 years. Like for 5 years, they didn't work for any money, and then
boom.
Yeah.
So it's like it really tests your like how motivated you are. So.
But now he's rich, but he's also bald. So I don't know.
He's rich and bald.
He could pay for implants if he really
But
wanted his hair.
I mean, it's and I'm not.
Feel about it.
I'll take that trade off.
What I feel about
I'd
it?
do it.
Like,
why not? Have y'all noticed Tiger's hairline? It's completely straight now. It was never straight.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Is
Look
Tory
at-
Lanez in
I
the
haven't
same
Yeah,
boat of
Tory
like,
Lanez did
he
too.
is definitely in
You
that
seen
same
LeBron
boat.
James?
LeBron James.
Have you seen
Yeah.
LeBron's pictures lately?
Trust and
He
believe.
put up a video.
Like,
he was
yeah,
like,
he literally-
"Ooh, it got me nice. I was looking rough."
Trust and believe. If I get some money, I'm definitely fixing my
I don't know,
hairline,
man. Like,
period.
I'm good, bro.
I'm
If,
fixing
if,
mine.
if
I don't
it's
care.
going, it's going,
Bro.
bro. If it's going, it's going.
See, but
Go to
mine isn't
Jordan
going
route.
though. It's just
You're just
people who
starting.
don't know how to
You
do
just
it.
had a late start.
it's not. It's really not.
This is kinda late
Change the
start.
subject. Just change the
He was
subject.
like, before I
Change the
get
subject.
mad, before I get mad.
So anyway,
So it's not. So it's not faded. It just started there.
Anyway,
I'll say it again.
do you have any showcases or fashion shows or anything
Yeah.
like that you do?
No, I definitely want to start doing stuff like that just because I want to start expanding more. So like doing stuff like commercials and just getting really into the space rather than just like posting some on Instagram or posting some on Twitter. Actually being a part of a showcase and getting the word out, building a community. So that's kind of why I want to go into Chicago, and because I feel like I can network and communicate with people, but it's like that doesn't mean anything if they can't like really like see it in like real life. So like people are visual. So
You should definitely do a lookbook.
a
That'd be great
look,
too.
see,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah.
Like an online lookbook.
No, you don't even have
said
to.
that. I was like,
A lookbook can be anything, whether it's your sketches or anything like that. So, you take your clothes and you do like a little photo shoot.
Yeah.
And have little different scenes. And then you put it all in a book. It's a lookbook.
it's literally just that.
Literally.
That's
You
what's
just-
up.
You just inspired me. There it is right there.
Now, how long does it take for you to get copyrights and patents going? Because I've been waiting on mine since like July.
So like, what are you getting copywritten?
My logos
Your logos.
and the show name. Yeah,
Dang. Okay.
it's taking forever.
Yeah, so the crazy thing is, like, hopefully I don't, knock on wood, hopefully I don't see any, like, bad repercussions from this, but I was talking to this guy about, like, trademarking and stuff like that, because I was like, I want to get a trademark, and he was like, man, like, don't do it. And I was like, for real? I was like, art? Like, don't do it? So, sure enough, he said don't do it just because, like, if somebody alters your logo by 10%, it's basically not your logo. So it's like that's how people are able to get away with like putting like Balenciaga or like Nike on stuff. They'll alter the concrete image just a little bit so it's not Nike.
Yeah.
Essentially, it can say like so it's like people get too creative when it comes to stuff like that. So I was like, all right, cool. I might not trademark, but if I get to a certain point, I'm gonna have to because you can only avoid them for so long until they're like,
You need to.
there you go,
Right.
and then it's a wrap. Then you gotta pay cheese.
That's crazy. So, what is your like end game?
Dang, my end game. I want to have a store, so I would like a storefront. So like all up and coming like artists or people who are within the creative space, we can have pop ups there. So building that community, it'll be a place because people always have talents. They have things that they do, but they don't really have a place to showcase it at. So it's like we could have that place where you showcase, but it'll also be like our main store. So it'll literally be an experience because somebody be like, oh, somebody just had their blah 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 pop up here, or blah 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 had this going on, and there's always something going on, but it's at your place though.
So it's good word of mouth.
So it's good. So it's word of mouth. Everybody knows where your place is, no matter what function was there. So that's ultimately what I want to do: create an experience with a storefront.
How do you feel about culture, canceling Gucci and protests and things like that?
Protests. Oh, wow. I feel like, because there was a point, I'm glad you asked that question, because there was a point where people were bashing Tommy Hilfiger because they were like,
he was racist and
did that happen for real, or like didn't he go on Oprah and say like I think he may have gone on Oprah. He may have gone on Oprah and said that he didn't say it. But even
I don't know.
He said his clothes was not for black people.
Basically,
I remember that.
I
get to that. Yeah.
Well,
he's like, that was him.
Yeah,
and I think it was the Wendy Williams show he went on.
Okay.
And I knew that. And he was like, that's just false because he dressed Aaliyah and he was dressed in Destiny's Child and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was just dressing. But even the crazy thing, like even during that time, because people would always ask me, like, dude, like, didn't he say that about black people? I was like, man, I kind of felt bad because I know, like, Gucci Red, like, recently did, like, the
blackface and the noose, right?
That's going way too far. That's
crazy.
Wild. But
I feel like somebody knew what they were doing.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely intentional.
That was intentional. Because everybody was talking about Tommy talking about, like, a word, but, like, this is, like, an actual, basically, like, a Halloween costume. I'm like, those are the types of things I definitely feel like you should protest because it's like, it's right in your face. It's not like he said, she said. It's like, hold on 1 second, bro. You put it's like, dang.
Yeah, it's like, what are you trying to say?
It's like, what you trying to say right now? So
I know it's the same thing with H&M. Remember they put that ad?
Oh, they made me so mad. I officially stopped shopping there. No, it wasn't even a monkey. It was something recently. So they had these pictures with the kids, and I guess it was for what they looked like after school. It was a little black girl, and her hair was not done. It was an absolutely mess.
Why they always doing this like that?
I know.
I never understand.
I know. And I love H&M, but
after a while, it's like, dang, come on, man. Like,
that killed it.
So was that
it's purposeful?
So are you saying that from a race standpoint, or just because you're tired of H&M doing goofy stuff?
Both.
Okay.
Both. And then on top of that, as the parent, like, I get it. You want your kid to be successful or something like that. Why would you let your child come?
Facts.
Like that. I feel like everybody was at fault in that scenario. But still, H&M, like, y'all know better. Like, and on top of that, it's too sensitive. The culture is too sensitive now for y'all not to know better.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I feel it. I mean, I've never really been a shoppy clothes kind of person. I buy a lot of my clothes online. So, like, a lot of my stuff is, like, rapper merch or stuff like that, stuff that I actually pay for with my money. You know what I'm saying?
So do you prefer that over like going into like an actual store?
Honestly, yes, because I mean, this is my thing.
I like both.
I gotta have it in my hand. I gotta try it on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I
see
like
what
both.
It looks like. You know what I'm saying?
But see, like, I don't go to malls a lot, and I'm sure if I actually went to a mall and looked through some stuff, I'll see something I might buy. But with me not going to malls, I'll see like a J. Cole hoodie, for example,
and you'd be like,
I'll be like, that's fire, mine. Or like some sweatpants, mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do that stuff versus like I just don't take time to go to the mall.
So do you look for more for like merch over just like regular clothes, or like?
I think
that's what it sounds like.
It kind of is because I prefer to wear stuff that I'm behind. Not saying I'm some super like I'm a perfect guy. I don't wear if I don't support it type stuff. I'll wear whatever. I'll wear a pair of sweatpants with no brand on. I don't care. But it's just I see that I'm like I would wear that, so I just put my money on it. Even though that kills my pockets, bro.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, man.
I think
merch is not cheap.
It's not cheap
at all.
We can't say prices because of our laws, but yes,
it is not cheap. I know that you were going crazy at Complex Con. I was like.
You definitely was.
Yeah. When you saw me, I definitely had like 2 or 3 bags.
That's horrible.
And this is crazy. I hit them up like, yo, do y'all want anything?
Do you want anything?
Man, and I was like, nah.
I was like, you know what?
Nah.
Actually,
I was like, nah. I said, nah.
I'd have been like, nah, because I can't say numbers, but that would have been
it was expensive.
Yeah.
To say the least.
And on that note, we're going to a break. All right, guys. Listen to ISD. We'll be right back. Thank you. Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to ISD In School Detention here on 101.5 WOCB. You're here with Devonn
and Pierce.
Vontrell.
We're here with our main guy, Trenton Hiley.
Here I am. Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Quick question. I know you got a question about since you preoccupied. Just let me know you're ready. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you this: how do you feel about clothes being used to promote like protests and send messages and things like that?
Okay, so essentially, do you feel like sending out like a protest is a message? Like, would you say that that's like kind of?
I was so maybe I asked it wrong. Like, certain clothing brands are used. Everything's used as a platform now, and your brand and clothing could be used as a platform to send out certain messages and protests. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a good thing when you're using it the right way. Some brands don't do it well. Like, I don't like the way like what Nike did with Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
Like, didn't they like cut him off or something like that when he first started protesting or something like that?
They did.
He
lost all his endorsements.
Really?
Like what happened with Tiger Woods when all that stuff came
They
on.
definitely cut him
and
off.
see, and I think that's trash. Like, I feel like why drop like for someone who believes in something? I mean, Tiger Woods, I understand that, but for Colin Kaepernick, for him doing. Do you know what Tiger Woods did?
Oh, I know. I'm thinking about Colin. I know what Tiger did.
Okay. Yeah. So when he was kneeling and stuff like that, like, they weren't really like with it. So they like dropped him, and then they were with it, and they like picked him back up. I don't know how I really felt about that. That didn't really seem too genuine. That sounded like people just trying to make money. So I only like it when like brands are behind causes that they actually support, because like sometimes they flip flop. I'm not really big on the flip flop. That's like
you want them to be consistent.
Yeah, like that's like H&M, for instance. If they did the coolest gorilla in the coolest monkey in the jungle, and then like how you just said with the hair, and like say they tried to do something on the opposite end, it's like now it looks like you guys are faking it even more.
So as a brand, is there anything that you wouldn't do?
I would say what I wouldn't do. I wouldn't. What would I not do? I wouldn't force anybody to like purchase my stuff, or force anybody to like follow my cause or my mind or anything like that. Because people are gonna do what they want to do. So I feel like some people are forceful with their brands. Oh, dude, you don't want to buy this because blah blah. No, I mean, if someone doesn't want to purchase something, someone doesn't want to purchase it. If they don't like it, they don't like it. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So I just wouldn't be forceful with my marketing or selling or anything like that.
Yeah. Plus, when people see you just being you, that attracts more people.
That's the best thing out there. And those are the brands that really like go crazy when it's like it looks like you're not doing a lot, but you have such a large following. And it's like, how? It's like because they like you. That's how Steve Jobs was able to.
That and consistency.
Yeah, true.
That is really important. Consistency.
I feel like that's why people like Apple so much, because they literally have something coming out all the time, and it's like, oh my god.
I'm a little mad at Apple, but it's another subject for another day. But anyway, so how do you stay on top of your social media?
Man, it's really a balance, but how do I stay on top of it? There's this app called Hootsuite. Mm-hmm. Please, anybody.
Hootsuite?
Hoot like an owl. Suite like a room suite in a hotel. And what's it called? The icon is going to be an owl. And it allows you to post on multiple different platforms all at one time. So that's what I use, and it works.
That's super convenient.
Yeah, do you do the analytics thing too, like at what times you're posting and stuff like that?
Yeah. When I first started doing like posting my own stuff, I would heavily research and find out what are the best times to post on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and it's really like a science. It's crazy. Like, people are always talking about the algorithm, and then I heard from Gary Vee, like, the algorithm always changes, so there is no algorithm. So it's really like it's a different beast in regards to like getting your stuff out there in like social media. So
that is definitely tough in terms of building something on social media. Do you ever pay for promotions or anything like that?
Man, I've been trying. Like, I tried it a few times, and I don't. Whenever I see a person's name that's like John 18562, I'm like, man, why are they doing this? Like, this isn't a real person. So like,
facts.
So like, do you guys have any tips on like promotions or anything like that? Because like,
yeah. So
here's like no.
So for a while on Twitter, what I would do is I'd post a video, and then I'd send this one guy a certain amount of money. Like I said, I can't say prices due to our laws. I send him that, and he'd retweet it, and he'd have like over 200,000 followers. So with that aspect, that really helped get the show out. People started messaging me, because my big thing was just interact with people. Like, at the end of the day, that's what I do. So interact with people, messaging, talking to me about it, be through Twitter. Twitter's a whole different story, because we got called all kinds of names. But then we got
fast too.
So we got destroyed.
It was hilarious.
I don't care, but it's like, oh my god. And then we went, and then I Instagram. That's actually through the actual app of Instagram. So like you can pay whatever amount you want to put down. You pay for that over a certain amount of days that you want it to continue to be promoted. So once you promote it once, I don't know if you can promote it again. I've never tried it. I don't do it that often. But yeah, I would say I'm cheap, but I'm too busy spending X amount of dollars
on merch.
So you know what I'm saying? So that's how I do it personally. So I think it's good. I just think in terms of advertisement itself, you know, these companies could do a lot of different things. What's the advertisement idea that you've had?
Advertisement idea that I've had, I would say an idea that I had was, it's crazy, but just like giving my clothes away, like the stuff that I do as like samples.
That works. That works.
Cause because at the end of the day,
Sand Club samples be smacking.
Yeah, like for real, like people like the samples, and it's a one of one. And if you giving it away, like I was speaking with someone, I was like what if I gave my like the stuff that I sampled to like the thrift store? Because I think thrift stores are still hot right now. I don't know if that trend has.
No, it is.
I think so. Yeah,
I got a Coach bag. I got a Coach bag from the thrift store.
What?
Yeah. So.
But it all depends on where. If you're gonna do it, donate it to like a good thrift store, like
absolutely.
in Chicago or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
yeah. So that's one advertisement that I was thinking about, like, because I saw somebody literally doing just that. They were like, and this is how you build community, I guess. So they would film a video of them having a duffel bag with their brand, and they'll have like some merch inside, and they'll like videotape what's around, and they'll just place it there and say basically like, if you find this, retweet it or shout us out. And that's building a community, because people are like, man, I want to go search for that. So I'm thinking about doing that, like going to college campuses and like taking varsity jackets. That's serious. A varsity jacket, a free one. Yeah. So
college students, anything free.
Yeah, anything free is free.
Real, bro.
Give it.
Anything free. Yeah.
So now, speaking of marketing, how you feel about what Nipsey Hussle did, where he sold his mixtapes for that amount?
That really happened?
I forgot about that. Yes, that really happened.
So yeah, it wasn't $100, and then it was $1,000, wasn't it?
No. Okay. So
you know.
I know
it was 3 figures. All right, 3 figures was like
he sold the original one for. It was 3 figures. A CD, an album, a CD for 3 figures. But then Jay-Z bought in a certain amount. And then when Jay-Z had bought so many copies, he ended up making a 6-figure profit off of that. Nipsey's mindset behind it was, if you guys really mess with me, you're going to buy this CD for 3 figures. No matter what. And what's his thing?
Who has 3 figures to spend on a CD?
And that's another thing.
Yeah, man.
Right? And well, this was back in 2010, I want to say. This is a while ago. I mean, if it happened now, it would have went off. But he was kind of just ahead of his time in terms of stuff like that, where it's really different and like kind of aggressive, very strong. Jay-Z was super behind it, so he's like, all right, I'll do it. I'll buy 100 copies, and that's how you end up making that money. But how do you feel about that?
Man, that's strong. I mean, because I feel like I'm a bit on the fence about that, because you got to know your community. Like, you got to know your
market.
Yeah, your market. Because it's like, boom, you're making music for like common folk. I'll say that, common folk. In reality, for a CD, do you have 3 figures for a CD?
Nope.
More than likely not. Do you have 3 figures for a T-shirt? Probably not. You might.
Actually, some people do.
Some people do.
Think about it. All
they have it, but
designers,
they don't really have it.
I have it. I have it. I just don't have it for that.
Yeah, for real.
So do you think if Kanye West was selling his stuff for like 3 figures, like CDs and stuff like that, that people would buy it?
Not him. Him specifically? No, but he was selling those T-shirts.
His Yeezy gear was it was really expensive.
The stuff with like the holes in it.
Yeah, and I couldn't figure that out.
The bath towels.
Wasn't that like $100 for a T-shirt?
It's Kanye.
It was way more before it became.
Oh,
yeah.
How do you feel about?
Like 3 figures?
How do you feel about? Because we were just talking about merch earlier. So when artists like price their sweatshirts, hoodies, whatever,
and I buy it too.
So
I'm sick of Beyonce.
You know what I'm saying?
Sick of Beyonce.
She put a hole in my pocket. Like, oh my god.
That's crazy.
I would say the way I feel about it. You know, I'm upset. It's bittersweet for me, because it's like the moment that I hate the most is when I'm upset that it's so much, but I know I'm gonna buy it still.
Right.
Yeah.
Those would be the worst moments.
Yes,
when you're like, man, those socks cost 3 figures, and it's like, But those mugs raw though, so.
And I'm gonna be cleaning it.
And you immediately start to go like, but you know what? This is an investment, so,
and you know it's good quality material that's gonna last.
But then you
gotta. I don't know. You can get good quality. You can go to Bass Pro Shop.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Good, great quality, whatever.
Walmart got great quality.
But does J. Cole sell Bass Pro Shop?
Target.
Target is nice. Walmart, so yeah.
Easy.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yes. Have y'all ever gone to Meijer?
Yes.
Bro.
Go crazy.
I've only been there like a handful of times.
Walmart's slacking, bro.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I see what I must do now.
The one right down here? What?
My Meijer goes crazy. I definitely do enjoy shopping at Meijer.
Dang. That's insane.
I only go there. Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of like the extreme pricing for stuff, but they understand where the market's at. Streetwear is at an extreme high right now.
It is.
Yeah, like I mean to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Smino was selling those silk hoodies.
Oh my
I don't know how much
gosh.
they went for, but I was thirsty to get one, and I'm not gonna lie. As soon as they drop, I'm probably gonna buy one.
At least you know that. I mean,
he's gonna get me.
Yeah,
he's gonna get me.
For instance, this is very great. Taylor Bennett.
Yeah.
Correct.
He just came out with the hoodies, the Be Yourself ones. I don't know how much they were, but I know they weren't regular pricing. If you could look that up, they're probably above
3 figures.
Probably a little bit under 3 figures, but it's very simple. But I'm pretty sure
it was some very simple stuff,
and I'm pretty sure just because he is who he is going to be priced extremely high. And I'm not really a big fan of that because it's like
I don't feel that's fair to their fans.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair because it's like, come on, man, like
it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, it's super simple.
For that?
He just got so disgusted.
He just got mad, yeah.
For that?
He don't even got to say the price. He's like,
for that, bro? I mean,
man, when I seen it, I just kept scrolling.
It ain't have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, no.
It ain't even all.
It seems, I'm assuming it's super.
It ain't even all that.
It's super simple.
It ain't bad, but it ain't all that.
I can make that myself.
Literally.
Easy.
I can literally.
Yeah, easy.
Literally can make
That's
that myself
interesting.
right now.
Okay.
So it's like, me, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, nah.
Do you think... I don't know, because I feel like sometimes you can look at it as like they're almost taking advantage of their fans.
They are.
It's
because some of their fans do got money.
Some of them do. Of course, people have money. But I'm talking about like the younger generation, that are getting into the music or whatever, and they really follow these people that, like I said, they're working minimum wage jobs. You don't have a lot. Exactly. You're using their parent, Christmas money, whatever money, and they're dropping half of that just to get a shirt, T-shirt. Like, you think
people
they would
going broke.
That's what I'm saying. For nothing. Like, not like these artists don't already have money to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So you think they would try to price it lower so more people? I don't know, man. It's just
the only artist I've really seen who kind of has that type of mindset is probably like, I can see J. Cole doing something like that.
Yeah.
Probably.
He's like,
he would know better than anybody.
Yes and no. Let me see. What do I actually own by him? So actually, I went to the KOD tour. Man, I tried to buy a shirt. They were sold out. So a guy sold me one in the parking lot on the way out.
It was way more than what they were offering, I bet.
That's
usually how they go.
I have no clue what it was.
It was three. It was 3 figures.
No, God, no. No. Actually, my guy Vance, he bought it for me he bought it for me actually. So, I mean, I guess I can't say price. I can't tell you what I just paid for all this Revenge of the Dreamers 3 merchandise.
Dang.
Let me tell you.
They put a hole in your pocket.
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you.
What could you have purchased if you did not buy all that merch? Just to give us an idea.
Let me do the math. Okay, so the hoodie was that amount, and then the vinyl. The vinyl was that amount.
You were like a car.
Yeah,
man.
I got
literally.
a house. Put a down payment on a house.
So I could have probably. You drive a car, right?
Yeah.
So I could have filled up all 3 of our gas tanks. Yeah. Let me see. Cause one. Okay. Wait.
All 4? 3?
4 of us, including Kendall. Yeah.
So that's 5.
That's 5.
He doesn't drive.
Okay.
So 4 of us.
4 of us. Yeah.
That's all. Hey.
So it only takes like 30. It only takes a certain amount to fill me up. Thank you. Yeah.
I mean,
I could probably.
It depends on what the price of gas is.
Okay. So that's a bad example. Okay.
I can give you a good example.
I can pay 2 phone bills. Oh, that's a bad one too.
Because your phone bill ain't that much.
It's not.
Over the past year, I've bought like a boatload of Beyonce merch, and I could pay half my rent with that.
Wow.
Yeah. So and
that's what I'm saying.
A lot.
Yo, and she's got money. Everyone knows she's got money. Why is her stuff so expensive?
Literally $1 billion.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's not struggling whatsoever.
Thank
like,
you.
she can be giving it away and be good.
And if she's listening right now, girl, you need to slash them prices.
She probably heard this and literally is about to go up in price right now.
She just might, just for you.
Honestly.
I hope not.
And you know what? She's like, he's still gonna buy it though.
But
right.
And I think that's what they think. Like, I think they think, like, you know, these guys, they're gonna buy it.
Definitely.
Anyway.
They are gonna buy it anyway, literally. And it's like, what can you do, right? But
not buy it. We should
Yeah,
start
I mean,
protesting.
Yeah,
but it's
right.
so hard. But
Yeah,
it's so
right.
hard because then it's like you see everybody talking about it. Everyone, social media. It's like, man, it's like they.
Plus, on top of that,
They
it's
can't run away.
like for more, like, for example, J. Cole, Beyonce. Not only do we support like their music, what they do, we support them because we're behind their message and what they like promote too.
That too.
So
why people
that's
buy
what they're
iPhones.
really.
That's why people buy iPhones 100%.
What message does iPhone promote?
Oh my gosh! If you ever seen a Steve Jobs like,
The ad.
yeah, no, like whenever he does any presentation,
Yeah,
that man,
it's a whole thing.
Bill Gates was even talking about it. Like he captures you, and then he says, "Here's the iPhone." So before you even start talking about the product, he already got you mesmerized about, because what their message is like, oh, we like to think different. We're creatives. We like to challenge the status quo.
Yeah.
And people be like, oh my gosh, that's me. And then then it's like,
Facts, that's
and,
facts.
and then he'll be like, what's this in my hand?
Crazy.
This is a cricket, but
It don't matter.
I
It
know-
worked.
Hey, I know crickets have iPhones.
Everybody got an iPhone.
Everybody
No
got
matter
an iPhone.
what company, iPhone is everywhere.
yeah, iPhone's everywhere.
Yeah.
So
And if they listening, I still need a fingerprint.
dang.
So
That's another thing. A lot of when you go up and you, like, I know I have the oldest iPhone, like 5 square miles. I have
5 square miles.
I have
You got the 5?
I have a 6 close.
Whoa, I'm about to say your stuff's still operating.
man, because
There, bro, look at
they
his- look
iffy
at his
right
phone
now.
right
They
now.
definitely
Case, bro.
iffy.
Like-
that way. Like your stuff's
Look at my case.
Struggling.
Case,
Struggling.
case
Dang.
struggling.
He's getting a new phone within a week, y'all.
I hope so.
All right.
Case struggling. The battery don't stay up, man. I'm at
Your stuff dying like 15 minutes.
It
pretty
do.
much done,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
His phone is always on life support.
Yeah, my phone.
Grimy, yo. Like once the new phone comes out, even the next newest generation starts slowing down.
Yeah.
I'm
Battery
not
starts-
doing this new one. It ain't got no fingerprint.
My thing is,
dang.
what is the purpose of the new one? It only has 3 cameras. That's it.
That's
it.
really all you paying for is a
Yeah.
camera.
That's it. And
That's
you got
it.
the swipe keyboard. Like what?
And I had that back when I had an Android years ago.
And that's what they're doing.
So-
They're in Android's yard now.
I had that when I had a Windows phone.
And you know what somebody else said? Because somebody was
Windows
trying to sell
phone.
me on this phone. They said it's they do something with Google now. I said, what? Android been working with Google since Android came out.
Right.
Android's been working.
But it's way too
Come on
complicated.
now.
But now it's Google. This is my thing. I'm very simple. It's just like, it's so complicated. I don't even use half the features. I don't use Siri. I barely use share my location. I barely use that. So it's just like, I'm very simple.
It depends. I use
Just
majority
you
of
might
my
as well just get a flip
features.
phone. Just get a flip phone.
I like to
That
FaceTime.
T9 word.
You do like the
Remember
FaceTime.
that.
I hate
Razor.
FaceTime.
I love
Ra-
FaceTime.
Oh my gosh.
Remember the
Razor
Razors
was
that came out?
fire.
I have back in the
Hello?
day. What?
No, my first phone was a rumor, so I had a keyboard on my first
Dang.
I
My
love
first
you.
phone was actually LG Neon. I wanted a Razor.
Did anyone have a sidekick?
phone. No,
Man,
we
I
were
was
too young for
So
that.
mad, bro.
The sidekick
Those
was
were
out. We
cold,
was in
though.
like
Those were
what,
rough.
8? Like
Nah, middle school, bro.
Way
The
ahead of its time.
The sidekicks were
Way
so
ahead
rough.
of
If
its
that came
time.
back now,
Bro, low key,
They would
had
make
like
so
a
much money
touchscreen,
off of it.
touchscreen version of that, and you could flip and get the keyboard.
Like
That would probably
literally,
sell out.
if iPhone had like if you went side and you slid it up and it was like
iPhone cut the check. Apple cut the check for Trenton.
they not finna do it.
They-
what they're
we
gonna
still don't have a
do?
they're
idea
gonna
anymore.
do
They're
it.
not
They're gonna
gonna
take
do
the
it.
idea and modify it
Mhm.
very, very,
Yeah.
very slightly.
Oh yeah.
That's great. But it's interesting how we get caught in these fads and these trends and these waves. And they come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it's like money. For example,
Fidget spinner. Sorry, go ahead.
that's a good one.
Man, but think about how rich that whoever that is created that.
They're
And the
rich.
fidget spinners, the pop sockets.
They're rich
like,
forever now.
Forever.
They're rich
yes.
forever.
The littlest of things. Like
You said toothpicks?
Toothpicks, little
Ear, cotton swab.
Q-tips.
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 Those aren't used for ears.
They're
Those are
not.
not for your ear.
It's actually really bad for your
It's
ears because you're
actually
damaging
like-
your ear.
What are they supposed to be
You're
for?
supposed to use like the water squeezy thing to get your stuff out of your ear.
A neti pot?
No, that's
No,
for your nose.
like a little turkey baster thing.
Yes.
For your ear. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hey, have y'all ever used an neti pot?
Yes, it
I
is
don't
the
know what that is.
scariest experience.
I don't. It's the thing. Have you ever seen the commercials where like?
Oh, when
they,
it
like,
goes through one and
Yeah.
it comes out the other.
It's super scary.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Nah,
feel
that
like my
look
brain
gross.
would explode.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
how I felt too.
I'm
Like
like, dude, I got it.
I did it.
Instantly drowning. Like I'd be like,
like I did it. It was super scary because I'm like, "Ma, how does this work?" And then all the water fell in my mouth. I'm like, I got booger water in my mouth. So then I had to try it again. And I feel like the salt in there. It was all warm. And
Was your
salty.
nose clear afterward though?
It was. I'm not gonna lie. Like I blew my nose at first, and then I did it, and then I was like, "This isn't working. I gotta tilt my head to the side more." And my mom's like, keep tilting. So I kept tilting. I'm like, yo, my head gotta stop. So it just kept coming. I'm like, my Lord. And then when I was done, I was
this is so gross.
Because like your sinuses in your mouth, it's all connected. It's the same. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
I know we did.
So it's like it's all one canal back there. So like whatever you cough up, you probably end up coming out your nose in some type of way too. So I was coughing everywhere. Right. It was an experience, bro. I did not like it.
I
don't think at the end,
I was desperate. I think I had it was like a Saturday, Sunday before I came on air. That's why I was so desperate.
Bro, last year I had like cold, my nose was stuffed up, but there's like some like spray you can put in your nose and it clears it up. Like immediately.
Yeah, it's nasal
spray.
spray.
Nasal spray.
Nasal.
Yeah. You gotta use that from now on.
Everyone's like nasal spray. He's like,
yeah, right.
I've never used it before.
It was
life-changing.
It was life-changing. He thought he was going to put us on.
Right.
Yeah, he's like,
I mean, you've been using nutty vibes out of it. You didn't know.
I did skip a step. Yeah, 100%.
yeah,
Whoa.
He was like, yo.
I was trying to help, all right, guys.
He was like, yo, have y'all ever heard of nasal spray?
Was like, yes.
All right, let's move on.
He's like,
Right. But sure, man. Well, I just want to tell you, bro, as someone who's gone to school with you, grown up, really seen you, bro, I'm very proud of you for what you're doing, my guy.
and vice versa, bro. Vice versa.
Thank
bro.
you, man.
Absolutely. It's good to see your journey as well, because I don't think this is it for any of us. So
No, definitely not.
I hope not.
This is the beginning.
It's just a chapter. It's just a book. So
It is, man. It is. So now, how do you feel about? And I can ask you this. You know, you work with Terrion,
absolutely,
one of your closest friends.
Yeah.
I work with some of my closest friends.
Yep.
What's your experience like working with your friends?
Man, like I would say, separating business and like, I guess business and pleasure, because there's always times, especially when we first started, we would always be like, oh, we'll do this then, or we'll do this then, or oh, let's give them a discount, or let's give them a discount. And it was like people weren't treating us like a business. And then we would be arguing about prices. It would be like a $2 difference. And we're like, what are we doing? Like, what is this? Like, man, you really have to be on the same accord or it's not, or it's going to be rocky. Even though I feel like rocky is good if you guys are both able, or like if everyone's able to like take criticism, take critiques. Because, a fight could break out ASAP.
True.
Dude, you're not doing enough work. What? I'm going to break everything here at this radio station. So it's like,
nobody's working.
Right. And that's crazy, bro. It's not even my stuff.
and then that's how you would react to it. You would be like, bro, this is not even my stuff.
Yeah.
So I would say that's my experience. But overall, it's been pretty good. It's been great. We both are always moving, like, mentally. So it's like bounce ideas. Of course, you're not always going to agree, but agree to disagree. You gotta want it. So
how do y'all come to a common ground as to what y'all gonna release or not?
I
know that's an argument.
Man, that's always an argument.
You hear that laugh? He didn't be figured out.
Man, those conversations still go on now. Because like sometimes I might have, and I might be like, man, like you shouldn't do that, and he'll be like, why? If I don't have a reason, and if I'm just like, yeah, dude, no, he's like, it's not valid. Like we only use valid stuff. So if it's not valid and it's just your emotions, we gotta post it.
That's how they are. Because I'll say something like, "Why don't we do this?" And they'll be like, "Why?" And I'll be like, "Well, that doesn't make sense." Okay, all right, y'all got it.
And that's how you gotta be. Because
I get treated in the group chat.
With you be trying to do like 20 things at once.
I do.
You be texting them. Oh my god,
I'm mad. Like that's why I just be liking messages. Like whoever gonna say the point gonna make the point anyway. So
he's just sitting there like,
so bad.
I ain't mad. I get it. Like I'm a very like, oh, what about this? Bam. Like him. Like we work together. Like at our job. So like I think of an idea. Like
and he tell me to put it in a group chat. And I'll be like, well, I'm working just like you work.
And I'll be like, put it in the group chat. Man. So we don't forget. And he'll be like, oh my God, fine. I'll be like, all right. Just so we don't lose it. Like I'm
yeah, Terrion's like that. What I did, he's like, boom, boom, boom. And I'm glad that we're opposites, because I'm like, actually, let's just walk a little slower.
One thing at a time.
Because you're jumping, skipping, and flipping right now. Even though these are grand ideas, let's just focus on the first flip. Yeah. Rather than the... That's what we're going to start
literally
saying.
Our lives right
Listen,
now. Yeah.
I'm just looking at the like,
I know, right?
Man, do you hear this? Do you hear what he's talking about?
It's like, you know, you in church and they're passing something about bad kids.
He preaching
and you be like,
Your parents like,
he definitely preaching
the
to you.
devil don't like ugly.
acting up.
Pick up your socks at home. Like, all right.
Pick up your socks at home.
But no, I mean, but at the same time though, like, I'm only able to work with them because I trust them. Yeah,
trust is strong.
I don't trust nobody else with none. These are the two that I trust. Oh, and Kendall too. Those these are the three people that I trust the most with it. So they're the only people that I can ever see myself working with. Some people say you shouldn't do it. Like, you know, a few people in my camp were opposed when I first brought him on because we've been friends for like 12, 13 years now. But it's just like, I know he's gonna bring it. I know we're gonna openly communicate. Not like we haven't gotten no argument before. We've been friends forever. So that's nothing to settle out. Like, we're adults now. I really don't see why
people
not.
fight their siblings, their actual siblings, like
exactly.
fist fight.
Exactly.
After I heard that happening in real life, I was like, oh yeah, it's fine if you argue with your friends. That doesn't mean you're not.
Plus, they know me best. So like, they'll know my intentions may be good, but they'll know I'll be skipping a step, or they'll know when I'm like on BS.
Man, those be the worst times when mugs know you on BS,
and they just be like, well, A, B, C, E, F, G. You right, bro.
You skip D, A, B, C, D, E.
See, there you go.
Yep.
See, y'all just saw it live.
But I mean,
accountability.
But it's like we all keep each other accountable, though. You know what I'm saying? It's checks and balances. So I wouldn't have any other way. I would say the only struggle, and something I'm figuring out as I go, is just like asking them to do stuff, or like I may bring something up. I feel bad. Like I feel like I'd just be like, what'd you think about this? Or could you do this? And I'd be feeling bad, like, dang, could I do it? Or I feel like one day they're going to be like, no, shut up. Get out of my face. And so I was like, dang.
No, I mean, I feel like you got to know your team, because if your team is pretty open with you, never feel like, like, how are they going to feel about this? Because, like, it'd be like that with me and Terrion. I'll tell him, like, I would say earlier when we started, it would make it seem like, oh, he's bossing me around or this, that, and that. But it's like, it's not like that at all. It's like, hey, yo, can you do this? And then it's like, vice versa. You ask somebody else if they can do it, and if it's BS or it looks like you can take care of it, more than likely they'll let you know. If it's too much, they'll let you know. If you're on nonsense, they'll let you know. So I feel like you never know until you ask.
For sure. Well, your hour's up, my boy. That went by fast, didn't it?
Went by
really fast.
We'll hang out sometime, man.
We definitely should. So I do appreciate you, bro.
Hey, man, thank you for
why
having
don't tell the people where they can find you at?
You guys can find me on Instagram, highly capable, as well as Twitter, highly capable.
How is that spelled? Is it spelled like highly?
It's spelled like HILEY, capable, CAPABLE.
One more time for the people.
All right, one more for the people in the back.
It's like,
all right.
Highly HILEY, capable, CAPABLE. All one word. Instagram and Twitter, and follow SayLess Customs. SayLess_Customs.
Period.
Boom.
For sure, guys. All right. All right, guys. That is Trenton Hiley. We will be right back for the second half of the show. Thank you. All righty, guys. Welcome back to ISD here at 101.5 WLCB. You're here with Devonn
Pierce,
Vontrell,
and our very special guest for the second half of the show, Trenton Hiley.
Here in the building.
He ain't never left. He said he ain't never leave. For sure, guys. All right, well, I'm super excited to get into our second half. Now, as I said, we waited for you so we could talk about this.
Wait.
bro, can you sit down, man?
Like, right.
You're looking down at me.
You're making me nervous. You're making me nervous.
Y'all know I'm not a threat.
I mean, I know, but like, it's just weird.
Just sit down.
Like, God, all right, guys.
Man,
I'm trying to just get in my bag.
Just trying to get in my bag.
Guys,
get it in while you sit down. That's why that mic just knocked you.
It hit me in the face. I was that hurt. All right, so first thing on the docket, just something we really got to talk about. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Kick it off, Pierce.
Kick it off.
Okay.
Unprepared. He just threw you the lob too.
Yeah. So like, what am I explaining the situation? Or
Go ahead.
Like,
Yeah.
How I feel about it.
Now you see
the
this
situation.
man. Now this man got no notes in front of him. None of us got our phones out. You gonna throw him a lob?
All right. I'll do what I can do.
Right.
From what I know, he got wrapped up in like a whole RICO situation like last year, I believe it was, and now he just recently testified against his
Treyway.
Testified is known for snitching.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of people that are upset about it. Some other people are saying, like, I see why he did it, because apparently they were scheming against him. So why would you take the fall for someone that's trying to get at you? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. My take on it is, if you enter a certain lifestyle and portray that lifestyle, and there's certain codes or rules that come with that, then you should follow that. You know what I'm saying? Now, for the regular people, just like us or just anybody really, that isn't in that, I'm not mad at you for like snitching. Like, I don't expect you to take time for somebody else. But if that's what,
we're not in the streets.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Exactly. But if you're in there and you portray it like such, like he did, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you should have to take that fall. Like, because you were a part of it. You can't. And I don't know, man. It's kind of grimy to me if that's what you're doing.
I agree with you saying with a little bit, but he said in his thing that they just picked him up. He was working at a deli shop, and he's a suburban baby, so he didn't grow up in the streets. He didn't grow up like this. So
I know.
He
He didn't grow up like that. I know that they picked him up because of his image and this and that, but he was also. I mean, there's video of him like putting hits on people.
Oh yeah, no. That's valid.
That's
very
after
valid.
He got in it.
After he got in it. So
after he got
that doesn't matter.
It
doesn't matter. You don't have to be born into it.
But what he's trying to say is that he's only doing that because they picked him up.
Exactly. And then on top of that, these people shouldn't expect him. But I'm saying his crew shouldn't have expected him to ride for them like that if he was never really a part of it to begin with.
True.
They was using him for money.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it. So, don't get me wrong. I can't even really necessarily. I'm mad at him for what he's doing because, they were using him. You feel me? So it's kind of like, But I just feel like if that's the lifestyle that you picked up or not, you were putting that in there, and you were along with the crimes and this and that. It's not like you were just at home while they were doing everything you were talking.
That's
like
true.
you were there. You know what I'm saying? You're putting hits on people. There's video of you doing it. You
so
feel
it's
me?
like this is what you chose.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
guilty.
saying.
So
I'm not discrediting that.
Yeah.
So I am a little upset at him because this is my thing, right? If you're a part of something, you're doing it, and I'm not promoting to not snitch. And there's a difference between us. On us listen to a podcast, and they explain this perfectly. If you are not a part of that life, you're a regular person like us in this room.
You're a suburban baby.
You're not snitching. You're testifying. You're just speaking. You're just saying what happened. Mm-hmm. But if you are part of that life, from that point, it becomes snitching.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's look at an example. Say all four of us in a car. We're all smoking weed, right? Say the cops come. They pull us over. We get arrested. We get in trouble. They got weed on us, whatever, right?
I got a medical card.
I was about to say, what?
All right.
But like this, and it's
Talk to you after the show.
And now this is completely hypothetical. Say they're all in separate rooms. They're interrogating us, right? Now, if I'm in the car with you, I was hypothetically, I was smoking marijuana with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Hypothetically. Because they give me smoke for what I say on air. So, now if I'm in that room and I say, oh, hey, it was Pierce's or it was such and such, I'm foul for that. I was just as much as a part of it as you guys were. So who am I to throw you under the bus?
Exactly.
That's my thing. That's why I'm upset with him.
Yeah.
That is snitching, and that's what he's doing. You are part of that. You did that, so now so you can get out. You're gonna throw everybody else under the bus.
I feel like that's the gang's fault though, because they were expecting him not to snitch.
The whole situation.
You can't expect a suburban baby not to snitch.
No one's right in the situation. No one's right in the situation.
It's a tricky situation to be in. There's a lot of details that you gotta look at and stuff like that. But my thing is, I'm just going off of the way. Now we don't know what he was like before.
That's true.
Like he said,
correct.
He was picked up. By this.
He clearly was doing something to get that attention.
Exactly.
I wonder if he had that face tattoo by that point. No, he was rapping.
He said that was after the fact.
He was rapping and he was at the deli.
He said he from what I was reading, apparently he had a completely different style before he came out. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I didn't listen to it, but I mean, he claimed to have it. He said it was like rock rap.
But here's the real question.
That's how he described it.
The real question is, do y'all think he's going to have a music career, like if he gets out?
Yes,
I do.
Because he's popular. He's literally more popular than any rapper on the planet right now. He's not even making music.
And I think the reason why he's so popular is because he's so controversial.
Correct.
Very true.
So he brings drama with him. People love it with a passion. And he doesn't look like a regular person either. Like his hair is like...
Well, yeah, and here's my thing, though. He did not... Well, and it makes sense for it. He denied witness protection. So he could rap.
Exactly. I was going to say he wanted to be a rapper.
But my thing is, even if you weren't, you can't hide, bro.
You can't.
Yeah.
You got rainbow. Well, you could change your hair, rainbow hair. But you got a big 6'9" on your forehead.
He'd have to get tattoo removal, but I mean, that would take so long.
And that's painful. I mean, and even with that, we still know your face.
Yeah, we know exactly who you are.
But I mean, like, obviously, like, they wouldn't just put him back in New York. They send him Oklahoma.
Do you think he's safe anywhere?
They put him right in.
I don't know. I mean,
he's not safe anywhere at this point in the world, probably.
So, although his security, whoever he do for security, they gonna make some money off.
He snitched off security.
No, but I'm saying he's gonna have to have around the clock security when he gets out.
Either that or another good point I heard from someone else. I believe it was Charlemagne. No one's gonna want to do security for him because everyone's gonna be trying to kill you.
Exactly. My life is not worth.
I didn't even think about that.
Because think about it, like
that's why it's gonna take so much money though.
Dang.
It's gotta be one of these dudes or females, whoever guards him. Like, I got no kids, nothing at home. I got nothing to lose. Because if I'm a security guard,
if the money's right, then I can see someone do it.
But I mean,
that's the only reason.
But how much money are you gonna take if you got a wife and kids at home?
And how much is worth your life
for 6'9"?
No,
not a lot.
I mean, yeah.
Especially if you know mugs out for him, and they might.
And he's still in the state of New York.
I mean,
trying to get out, right? But okay, I feel you. But when he gets out, because he's gonna get out, you're still gonna be in the state. But he's gonna get out. I think he may do sometime, but I don't think he's gonna walk clean.
It's been a year since they got him though.
They'll probably do like
time served.
Yeah, like I've heard opinion might be getting out like beginning of next year. That's what I hear. Sheesh. I don't know the details. I can't say that's true or not.
But my thing is, everyone's connected to everybody, especially in that like street culture. There's somebody inside the court system giving info to these gang members and everybody. So they're gonna be like, oh well, when does he get out? He gets out at this time, at this day, and what kind of car, but what plates? Oh, we'll be there. And he's gonna be sitting in what seat, so they know what seat to shoot at, or something crazy like that. I don't know. They're gonna be at him like.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have. He's gonna have enemies for sure. He's gonna have enemies for sure. But back to the question that you asked about his whole music career, I think he's still gonna have one.
Oh,
me too.
Most definitely.
And it's gonna go crazy because everyone hits him.
I don't know how crazy it's gonna go because no one's gonna collab with him.
That's what I was just gonna say. I don't know who's gonna want to work with him.
Nobody.
At all.
Because before he went into jail, he was collabing with Kanye and Nicki.
Everybody,
everybody. Oh my god!
Did they really mess with him though?
Dang, he was busting like that.
He was. He was
like 10 for 10, like 10 for 10, like 10 songs, 10 Billboard hits. Something like that.
Something like
he was popping for sure. Like, but then he did his, for real though. So I don't know, man. I know the little kids are gonna be still feeling them,
and that's the thing. It's the little kids. The older people might not be messing with him, but it's the younger generation. Yeah. He's a young generation rapper.
I've said this before, but I feel like a lot of people that listen to rap music aren't hip hop fans.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like rap is just the music, but hip hop is more so the culture.
Right.
You feel me? So like,
strong.
Yeah.
That's
so like,
good.
You think like people that go back and listen to like the older stuff and kind of get into the culture and the music style.
Is crazy.
Completely different from now, and I feel like if you really, really do mess with the culture, then you can appreciate that. You feel me? But I feel like a lot of kids now, you look at middle schoolers and stuff like that, making TikToks, saying,
that's another way these songs get promoted. I mean, to cut you off.
No, yeah, but I mean, like, so these kids are still gonna mess with them because they don't care about the whole, even though snitching is like
they might not even know
taboo, they'd be like, I don't care, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're like, I just like the music, and they're gonna play him either way. He's probably gonna be at like the Nickelodeon Awards, not
I don't see that.
No more BET.
I don't see that.
Definitely
I don't see
not the Nickelodeon. Yeah, but I'm just saying like
no type of teen choice, kids
if
choice.
He
can't be at any award show. That's
anything MTV.
No,
because I feel like they don't
doubt it. But I don't know because nowadays, like if y'all have seen the past shows on MTV, they're all towards black people. So MTV is a lot more black now than it was.
Everyone's trying to make that turn and pander to black people. They did that with the Oscars and Moonlight.
But I'm saying you're right, they did. But if you watch the MTV Awards, almost every other performer that performed was black. So and then when it was given, even the year before, every other performer was black. Like I feel like less and less.
I feel like every war show. I mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
That every war show starting to do that. Like you remember that thing at the Oscars the year before Moonlight won. I forget what movie was up. I think it was 12 Years a Slave. And they didn't win.
It was La La Land. Because they lost to La La Land.
Who? 12 Years a Slave?
Moonlight.
No. Moonlight won.
I don't even know what the category was. It movie of the year or something like that?
No. It's okay. So pretty much what happened was the year before, no black people won at all, and then everyone made outrage for it. Then the next year, like everybody black won.
Oh, I remember that because celebrities was boycotting.
Exactly. Like, then all of a sudden, everybody black won. It's like really, like we not dumb, bro.
Well, I mean, I think everybody kind of knows award shows.
I never understand.
Because they think they're slick and they're just trying to pander to black people and really
make it look like.
If that's the case, then the Grammys need to be giving out awards then.
Yeah.
Grammys, man, I don't even know. After Kendrick Lamar didn't win.
After Beyonce didn't win 2014.
After that, I can't even. Bro, I was talking about that today. Like
everybody saw everybody was like, "Oh yeah."
To Macklemore,
even Macklemore was like, "Nah, I shouldn't have won this." He made a whole statement about it, like, "Yeah."
That's how I felt this past year about Cardi. Don't want to disrespect her, but you went up against
best rap album.
Yes, you went up against Daytona, Victory Lap,
The Carters,
Swimming, and The Carters, and Scorpion.
Yeah, all of those are so much better than
Scorpion.
Hold on.
Drake won some Grammys that night.
But I'm talking about the conversation. Correct, but I'm talking about the specific album. I say Scorpion because even though I'm not the biggest fan of Scorpion, I'm saying it just because it's just Drake. Like she beat Drake. Yeah, that's the thing right there.
Yeah. Every song on her album went platinum.
Dang. But is that the best? What are they going by? Like sales or
are we going by the content?
Well, my thing is I need to see how they're critiquing, like how they're choosing.
And nobody ever really knows how they like
choose this.
Exactly.
How exactly is this done?
Because like if you're talking about content,
on the committee,
ability, and
who's on the committee?
I don't know if it's any. I don't know if it's any of us.
Oh no, not.
Be honest with you.
No.
Yeah, no,
it's not us. I think you can like get on there though. Like you can like apply to become like I don't know. Though.
You can.
I really don't know.
You can apply for anything, but
yeah. Are they gonna accept you?
Yeah,
I'm
gonna be the president. Here's my application.
Question. I think it's all based on like popularity.
It has to be.
And then on top of that,
that's what I'm saying. Well,
numbers,
sales,
followers,
interaction. Last year, she was pregnant. She had just got married. Like Bodak Yellow was everything.
But then even that is a complete ripoff of Kodak. You know what I'm saying? So like
it was, and you showed me that.
I'm not knocking her for her blow up and her success.
She definitely not. But if you listen to her album, though, she sampled a lot of people off that album. Like
absolutely.
Well, sampling and stealing two different. If you're sampling, you're giving credit, but stealing is something different. Yeah, when you jack someone's flow, when you sample.
She was jacking flows.
Oh,
and she said she gonna continue to jack flows if it's gonna get her.
That's what I'm saying.
She said that,
and that goes back to my point of most people that listen to rap aren't hip hop fans, because if you're a true hip hop fan and you just taking people's flows, this and that, and claiming it and saying I'm gonna keep doing it, you wouldn't respect that artist. Now, obviously, that happens. Like you can't. Not every flow is super unique. You feel me? But if you really cared about the art, you know what I'm saying, and the work that goes into it, you wouldn't be rocking with it. But most people don't care about that.
Like T Grizzly, his first day out, he set a trend with that whole build up to the song thing. Because she had a song like that. Sweetie got a song like that. It's a lot of people who got songs like that now. So, I mean, I like them. They all bang.
I don't know. You can say Meek Mill started that.
Did you, Kenny?
Dreams and Nightmares.
You're right. You're definitely
even
right.
Even though that was obviously years before.
And that's another thing. Like art continuously inspires art. So a lot of times when you talk about someone jacking someone's style, it's a fine line, because at what point are you inspired to do it yourself and make it your own, or at what point are you stealing?
I feel like certain things she was stealing because she just changed a few words.
If you pay homage, then that's like I was
different.
Inspired. Yeah. But if you claim, I'm gonna keep doing this, I do not care, I'm gonna take everybody's
literally
photos,
being like straight blunt, like hey, I don't care. Like I think somebody said like all these like women artists are only talking about like stripping and stuff like that.
Jermaine Dupri said that ignorant stuff.
Yeah. And then like Cardi B, she was just like,
she made a
I don't
point.
care. I don't know what all she said, but I know one of the things was like, if that's what they like, that's what I'm gonna give them.
And then she also said when she put out "Be Careful," everybody was against it.
I thought it went crazy. Yeah, that's one of my favorite Cardi songs, honestly.
Honestly. But then she said once people got to listening and the song became platinum, you just got to give people time to figure it out. But
it's always time.
Popping butt is the culture.
That's the culture right now.
It's always been the culture, though.
It's always been
Uncle Luke and all them.
Exactly. So it's always been the culture. I think it's just weird now that, because it was always guys talking about it. Now that it's girls, it's girls that are owning it, and saying that's what we're doing. And not all female rappers, obviously. There's plenty of them that don't talk about that. Talk
definitely.
About various topics, But the ones that are really popping right now seem to be talking about a lot of stuff like that, and you can't really be mad at them because they've been the objects that are being rapped about, so now they're taking,
they're putting their own.
I don't mind
exactly. So I can't be mad at them for it,
I like it a lot.
Some of the songs go crazy.
They do.
The songs be going crazy. I'm not gonna lie. The songs don't be trash at all. So you can't really hate. So.
Facts.
Respect the pen.
100%. All right.
Not hers, because she don't be writing the stuff. Apparently.
Hey, but apparently she wrote Press, and I like Press. So she got all the credit for that.
For that one. Everybody could. I could write a song right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. But again, I'm not trying to knock her, because plenty of people don't write their stuff. I know Drake had that whole thing. He clearly does write a lot of his stuff, but I'm sure the stuff he doesn't write it.
The Weeknd,
yeah,
and you could hear it. That was the crazy. That was the only thing that irritated me about it was that you could hear that it was the Weeknd. So like all the Love in the Crew. What was another one?
Yeah.
Was Marvin's Room on Take Care?
Yes,
Marvin's
all
Room,
of that.
Or was that a Lucy?
No, that was on Take Care.
That was on Take Care.
That was on Take Care.
You thinking about it? A lot of people had a different version to Marvin's Room.
No. I'm thinking about his version.
Oh, okay.
I just couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if it was a Lucy or not.
Nah.
Because a lot of Drake's songs, his favorite songs to me are Lucy's.
I mean, he just dropped that.
Take Care. Care package.
He just dropped the Care package that had all those Lucy's on it. So now
I'm enjoying that.
A Lucy,
just
a single, pretty much.
A single, but it's not even a part of an album. It's just like a song.
Yeah, that was extremely that was a chess move.
It was. Yeah. It definitely was because he made money off of that.
Yeah, because people were like, "Oh, these are all the songs that I want," but I got to go on YouTube to
man.
Yeah, 100%.
As soon as Cole does it Friday Night Lights, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my Lord, I'm gonna.
It was the same thing when Chance put all his stuff on social platforms. Yep. Everybody was going crazy.
If J. Cole, oh my Lord, that'd be.
How do you guys? Okay, so like,
we got about 4 minutes. We can go into the break.
Top rappers of today. Who do you think is like number one?
Objectively,
I'm talking about as a rapper.
As a rapper,
like just rapping bars, ability. You know what I'm saying? Not just big, because I feel like Drake's gonna take that. You know what I'm saying?
Drake
but like I'm talking about if they were all in a room and only one could come out because he was the top lyricist, storyteller, this and that. Who do you think it is?
Y'all know who I'm gonna say. So
yeah, no, that's hard for me. For me, it just boils down to Kendrick and Jay-Z. Because I know, right? You wasn't ready for that.
I say Nas.
I don't know because his last tape wasn't that good.
But Lost Tapes, it was
all his other stuff leading up.
Have y'all ever heard Rewind by Nas?
Whoa, that's crazy.
Have y'all ever heard that song?
Bro, that's crazy. You just brought that up because I just dude.
Charles, right?
No.
Charles is like the biggest Nas fan ever.
Yeah, but I remember just listening to the album and I heard Rewind and I was like, this man just went crazy.
That is one of the best songs I've ever heard.
I didn't get hype or anything. At the end, I was like,
and I'm playing it next.
I'm like,
yeah, dude.
That's a drop mic. If you guys haven't heard it, oh my gosh.
I'm about to play it next. It's okay. It's literally me, us four, and whoever 5 people listening.
Let's go. We're
here. Shout out to the Big 5.
The Big 5.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I sent the link out to everybody I knew.
I sent it out to a bunch of people too. I didn't put it on Facebook this time, but yeah.
No. Well, if any of those 5s are for me, what's up?
What's up? But I mean, I talk about J. Cole a lot. I'm really trying not to right now because I talk about a lot on the show, and I don't want to seem to be like Cole centric.
But J. Cole's decent. Like
he's cold though.
He's literally.
But it's crazy though. I was actually out Saturday.
You saw him? No, I'm kidding.
Oh man. I was actually at Harold. I was at Harold's Chicken, and this dude sat there in front of me, bro. He's like, "I think J. Cole's garbage."
Oh, he need a.
And I said,
"What?" Boy, you almost had a fit.
I was mad. I was
wrong person. You gave him the Arthur fist.
Hey, I was like, slapped his food out of his hand. What'd you say?
I was hot, bro. I couldn't believe it.
You sent me the video. You were mad, smacking your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, you started arguing with him,
bro. I think when we get on Instagram,
started arguing with him.
If you say you don't like him, it's cool. But to say someone is trash,
what was his reason?
He just said, "I think he's boring. I don't see anything special about him. Production ain't." And another dude who was there said his production ain't all that good. I'm like, that's crazy.
Boy, I almost had a heart attack. Oh my god,
I was hot, bro. And it's just like, how can you sit here and I just don't understand how you can be a fan. I get it. We all have our opinions, but this is my thing. When someone said you don't like something versus being trash, right?
Man,
you can make it like, for example, Young Thug has always had fans. I never thought Young Thug was that good, so I'm like, I don't like this. But to say someone's trash like me, I'm trash at basketball. I cannot make a shot.
Dang.
Valid?
Yeah.
I'm trash. Correct. Okay, so right. I am trash at basketball. Now
but you try and you hustle. That's
correct. That's defense going crazy.
That works.
But now, say like everyone can agree to, but say I actually make shots. And I'm actually a decent player, but then someone says I'm not that good. That's different. You can't call me trash if I make shots. I'm not trash.
Yeah.
Correct?
Okay, I don't know much about sports, but it's clearly not about just making shots.
Right, but J. Cole's been making shots his whole career.
You're right.
If you got an artist not making shots, you want to call him trash? Okay, I got nothing to argue with you on.
I agree.
But you got this man going platinum after platinum after platinum. By himself.
That's period.
Making crazy beats. He just EP Thug's albums. I don't want to hear nothing about his production. Making a lot of crazy fire beats. You want to call him trash? That's crazy. You could say you don't like him. But to say someone is trash,
yeah.
Well, what artists did he like say weren't trash? Like,
who was the runner-up to J.
I want to see like who do you listen to?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm so mad I forgot. He said he likes Lucky.
Who?
Lucky's out. Wow.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Hey, we actually had to go to the break, guys. We'll finish this when we get back. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
That sounds so hot, man. I'm sorry.
Ain't it though? He could. Who was this? I can't play that.
Well, I was
Nope.
about to freestyle.
No. Was it you brought up the idea we should have people freestyle?
Yeah, that was for like the
rappers
at the back behind the scenes,
behind the scenes.
I'm sure not everyone
just
wants to be on air doing it, but like because I'm sure some people can't.
Because that way if the freestyle's booty, right. That true that, and that way if the freestyle's booty, it'd be like, yo, can y'all throw that out? Be like, all right, we got you. We just gonna keep it and laugh at you.
Yeah, right, for real.
All right, guys. Next question I got is, how much has your favorite artist influenced your life? Me and him went over this the other week, but you two were not here. Who wants to go first?
Who is your favorite artist, Pierce?
Kid Cudi.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Kid Cudi fans are some of the most
by far my favorite artist.
Kid Cudi fans are some of the most well-rounded people I've ever met in my entire life.
Wow,
it is crazy.
I think you're the first person who's ever said Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi is
They're far and few.
That man. First two albums, classics. I feel like you can't deny that. And you could argue that his newer stuff isn't the best in the world. I still like it a lot. I don't know, man. Like just when I was younger, I was listening to him. Like obviously, I was a kid, so I wasn't really kind of understanding what he was talking about. You feel me? But now, listening back to the music and even his newer stuff, I mean, it just kind of resonates with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like just the mindset he was in and the struggles he was going through, and then you can just relate. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know. I just think he's like the type of human being he is. Like he's just so positive, even when he's going through a dark time. He always wants to see other people, succeed, and it's just always giving out positivity and love. And I just really appreciate that, So I just feel like, I don't know, not that I modeled like who I am after him, but you definitely can look for me. Like I could look at him and be like, yeah, like that's something I can want to strive for, like attitude wise. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fire. Mine is Drake.
Why you say it like that?
Why?
Because people be hating on Drake.
People hate on Drake
all the time,
so hard, but it's like you can't really hate on that man because it's look at any interview, look at anything within the media.
He ain't got that many interviews out, but yeah.
I mean, if you see his face on anything, it's never negativity unless somebody's bringing it upon him. When he was talking about Kanye West, when he was when he was at the barbershop talk with like with like LeBron, that really made the shop. Yeah, like when I saw that, it made me really realize like, wow, Drake's actually a decent dude. Like he's actually a good person. And then his songs, I feel like you can relate to every last one. Like if you get it out, I'm not rich. I'm pretty sure if you listen to I'm pretty sure if there's something going on in your life, you can find a Drake song for it.
Period.
Easy. Yeah, he's an emotional dude.
Easy.
I'm pretty emotional.
But everybody has emotions, so it's
that is true.
At that point, it's like, dang. Like one of my favorite songs is "How About Now." It's like literally,
cause I'm up right now.
Yeah, that's a good song. I don't think people necessarily don't like Drake because of like him. He's a nice dude.
Why do you think people don't like Drake?
I think it's more so. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
I was just saying. I think it's more so. Again, this is like coming from like a hip hop standpoint. I feel like hip hop fans don't necessarily like him because the whole ghostwriting situation or biting styles or kind of just riding waves, this and that. And I guess you can look at it as in different ways. Like I know he kind of brings the spotlight to a lot of up and coming rappers. But I've also
alley-oops.
Yeah, which is cool. But I've also seen it explained as he's just he's about to be hot. Let me jump on that. Every single time. So it depends on how you look at it. You feel me? And then
is that bad though? To know that somebody's about to bust and literally like get on the track with them? Like
not necessarily. Not necessarily. That's what I'm saying. Like it just really depends on how you look at it. You feel me? Because I could either see it like like that just makes sense. You would just hop on that, but at the same time, it's like, well, of course you're gonna hop on that because it's about to pop, and you need your name on that. You know what I'm saying? So you can stay relevant. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So I just think that's kind of what it is, and also like the whole like the accent switching up, and then he's talking like Jamaican, and he's talking like he's from the UK.
I got more headshots for your hit,
Yeah, like
I would do that. Like, what if? Because I have a friend that's Jamaican, so it's like, what if you have people who are like, what if you surround yourself with people like that? It's like, why would you not?
It's like moving to New York. You're gonna pick up a New York accent.
Eventually, yeah, that happens.
Like, I would love to have an Australian accent.
I've heard like in Toronto, like obviously it's not the same as like cities back here. Like in Toronto, it's a lot more mixed up, a lot more different types of cultures and stuff. So he probably was surrounded by Jamaican accents and UK accents and just various so I could see maybe he isn't playing just doing it just to do it. Maybe that's actually something he does, which is, I don't know.
When Drake came out, though, he definitely had his own sound, though. I wouldn't say 100%. He was fighting anybody.
Oh, yeah, 100% he had his own sound. Like, I mean, he created,
like,
there's plenty of people that are biting his style, and he birthed a lot of the newer, like, sing-song rappers of today. So I'm not saying he's not.
Everybody is a singer-rapper now.
Yeah, like, Drake's super influential, don't get me wrong, and like I said, like I'm a fan of Drake. I got him on my phone. Like I got all types of albums, so I'm not saying
but
I
overall
don't
you can understand why people
I can understand why they wouldn't like
I can see why also. I can totally see.
Not that I don't like Drake, I get annoyed because he's everywhere.
He's everywhere
all the time.
But I don't feel that's a valid reason to be annoyed. You just got to
exactly. It's more of a burnout because it's, for example, for like, I don't know, was it 2015, 2016, whatever your Hotline Bling came out. That was on the radio.
That was 2015.
15.
But it was on the radio every day, all day.
For like a year and a half.
It was.
And then it's like...
It was like 2 years that song was on the radio.
And then in 2 years... And then 2 years, what do we get? 2 Drake albums. So it's just like, yo, when are you not in my face? I'm burned out. That was my thing. Drake is like everywhere we go.
Problem, though.
I don't feel I'm burned out.
I'm not trying to.
I could never have enough of Drake.
I was burned out. I definitely can. I definitely can. It's just like it gets so annoying. It's just like, all right, I hear you, bro. Can I get an album? What's up?
No, I was just gonna say because we talked about this before, and like I think where you're coming from is more like, look at like rappers like J. Cole or Kendrick. Where they take a year or two to make an album, and it comes out, and it's like a classic, or like people saying this is instant classic, boom, boom, boom. I wouldn't say that every single Drake album is a classic.
But the last few ones, like Views, even Scorpion, it's classic.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like he has classic albums. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like I could see where I would want him to maybe like just take a year hiatus or 2 years and just really work on it and then like drop something that's just like undeniably like
he just said if it's ready now, why wait?
I feel you, bro, but
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm excited for What a Time to Be Alive too, because the first one was so hard.
I like. I mean, it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, and like I like the music that he's coming out with, but I know he can do better.
He can do better.
And I know he's just trying to. I think he's just trying to be the biggest rapper of all time. And
in my opinion, I think he already has it.
I think sales wise, Eminem has it.
Sales wise, you said Eminem.
Like
no,
statistically,
hold on, Eminem was huge.
Eminem was huge,
but a big chunk of Eminem is dark. Not everybody wants to be.
But it was still him.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking just like statistics wise. I'm not saying like I just think he's is like.
No, I know what you're saying.
Like sales wise, he was the biggest. But I could see how Drake would like. You could say he's the biggest right now because
he is. Well, biggest right now for sure. But I think
of all time as well.
Definitely. I mean, think about it. It's streaming. He had a cheat code. Streaming is a cheat code. Before, when Eminem was like, you had to go out of your way to go buy an album. Now at 12:01 or 11:01, whatever the time frame is,
it always drop at 11 up here though.
Exactly. Whatever time zone you're in, boom, I got it already. There's no effort into getting it.
Like, boop,
everyone has a smartphone, everyone has a laptop, and artists get paid to stream through YouTube. They count YouTube streams now.
They do.
It's too easy to get access. So
that's
Drake,
probably why y'all got that Care Package album, because he saw them YouTube streams.
That's exactly why. He's a businessman.
Correct. So a lot of artists now have a stimulus package in terms of getting their awesome out and ease of access to the music. On top of music being fired, the fact he's Drake, he's marketable. He did something with Ninja when they did the Fortnite thing. Dude is everywhere all the time. So it's just like, in my opinion, he's the biggest artist of all time. Now, Eminem had streaming, and Eminem came. Well, honestly, if Eminem put his music out now, he'd probably get canceled or whatever.
Yeah,
but he had a movie. That was
that too.
He had a whole movie.
That too.
8 Mile is.
That's a great movie.
Even if that was
fake,
fake,
basically an album. Even
if that movie. Like, even if Eminem wasn't a real life rapper and he was actually just an actor, that movie would still be a classic. It was that good.
Yeah, it's a classic.
But the fact that he is a rapper and that was his actual life, and then you got a album to come with the movie. It's like
50 Cent. I think 50 Cent's a good rapper. I think 50 Cent's up there. I feel like he's very underneath the radar and no one gives him credit.
Well, I think because
he definitely got some bars.
Yeah, I mean, like if you look back at his old
Get
stuff,
Rich or Die Trying.
I mean, but like, he's not really
game,
in the music game,
and
like
it's a game.
Right now, you feel me?
Kanye's the one that really kind of, I don't want to say put the pinhole in it, but when Kanye and 50 were beefing, and then Kanye that was a graduation.
Yeah, they had like a bit like 50 was like, if you outsell more than me, I'm gonna retire or something like that.
He definitely outsold more.
Definitely outsold.
Why he watched 50?
I already asked him this question. Are y'all waiting for Kanye's album to drop?
What?
Yes.
Absolutely. I love
Kanye. I'm waiting for like the past.
I'm thirsty, bro. I'm so thirsty.
I love Kanye too, but I don't feel I have to wait on him. It just happens.
I mean,
well, you're gonna wait regardless.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not like every day like, oh, come out yet.
Nah, he went on it with this album all weekend.
I cannot wait for it. Yeah, I was okay excited for it to drop yesterday too. Like he apparently supposed to drop. I was like, excited. Yo, and then it didn't drop, and now I heard there's no release date for it. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I mean, I don't know.
Now there's no release.
That's what I'm hearing. I know, right? Super disappointing. But I mean, Kanye, I feel like he's just a different type of artist. You know, like he's
always been a different type of artist.
Completely different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like when it comes to creativity and changing your sound and everything like that, like Kanye is who I look to because like every album sounds different. You know what I'm saying? 808 and Heartbreaks, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Life of Pablo, you know, Yeezus, like.
Those are all totally different styles.
Completely different, and they're all fire, and they're all so influential. I feel like you can hear the change in music after he drops an album. He'll drop an album, then it's like then other people are like, okay.
He's like Kawhi Leonard.
So what's your favorite Kanye album?
My Beautiful Dark Twisted
Fantasy. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Mine is The Life of Pablo.
The Life of Pablo's hot too, though.
Every song on there, I feel like bangs.
Yeah, 808s and Heartbreaks, fire. You know, like I mean.
What about you, Trent?
Mine might be like Graduation.
I mean, all of these are like literally anything. Classic. Anything you say is like, yeah, okay.
And this is,
and people can be like, yep,
thank you.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's not like no, like everyone's like, okay.
And if you guys want to call in and chime in, our number is 262-342-6588. If you would like to call in and chime in on your thoughts on Kanye or music or give your musical opinion on anybody, you can call in now up until 6 at 262-342-6588. Now, the thing is with Kanye with me, and I may have explained this to you, or maybe I was talking to myself. I don't know.
Somebody was hearing it.
Pretty much. As much as we don't really rock with what he's saying, sometimes, and whether it comes out the wrong way, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to sit here and quote unquote cancel him or get him out of here, because for me to do that, that's like me denying. He does it all the time. It's ridiculous.
I don't feel Kanye will ever be canceled, though. No matter what he do or what he say, he's always going to have a fan base.
Always.
Of course.
And I'm sorry, I got distracted because Kendall's out there dancing. He does that every week. I saw you look.
Taking pictures. I don't know.
He's dancing. Go crazy, though. Okay. All right. Nice. I heard his feelings.
You over here talking about him now. He's not going to stop.
I know, right? He's like, I quit. But essentially, what I'm trying to say is that for me to sit there and cancel Kanye will be to knock what he's done for me in music. I can't do that. My first experience listening to hip-hop was Graduation, the first song, Good Morning. I remember where I was at, what I was doing, what I heard it, the time of year. Like, so for me to be like, oh, forget Kanye, that'd be a lie for me. That'd be BS. I can't do that. So
I wasn't going to. I don't care.
Right, but I'm just speaking.
I don't even care, and that's how I be feeling. Like,
honestly, I don't care. They can cancel him, but I'm gonna listen to him.
They're just that everybody is gonna view something different.
Correct, mm-hmm. and I have a line for people I'm gonna stop listening to. Like,
what's that line?
R. Kelly.
Because we talked about this before.
We talked in depth. R. Kelly's my line. And you helped me put it in perspective when we talked about it. R. Kelly's my line.
Okay.
Like, because if we look at it, I'm a Chris Brown fan, but what happened was pretty messed up.
I don't even feel you should even talk about that.
But I mean, as an example, in terms of getting people out of here, listen to their music, I still like Chris Brown.
Me too. I still like Rihanna.
But
I like them both equally.
And there's a line. Kanye doesn't cross that line for me.
I don't think so either. I mean, if you get mad at someone for their political views or whatever, it's like, everyone has their own. I'm sure your friend probably thinks something that you would think is, what I'm saying, like. That's why you don't talk about politics and stuff like that.
People can't. Some people really can't handle it. It's really like triggers.
Yeah, exactly.
Like triggers.
Exactly.
Literally.
But no, Jay-Z said we all govern ourselves anyway. So politics is.
Yeah, man. I don't even want to talk about politics.
Yeah,
it's way too long of a conversation.
It is, and we only got 10 minutes.
Very much so. Very much so. We get off topic. How was Drake? You said Drake influenced your life because
I would just say, like his songs are good. I feel like they're well thought out. I like how he pays homage to like his family and stuff like that, like look what you've done. When he's talking about his grandma, and then he says like you and the six. He's talking about his mom. I think it's good that he does that. And whenever I see an interview, he seems like the greatest person. Like he'll be like, I want to be remembered as a good person. And I'm like, man, this guy.
His spirit is good.
Yeah, so and it's like, man, like people, people just be sitting, and then he hosted stuff, and it's like, come on, dude.
He's a cool guy.
And on top of that, one of you guys mentioned this. What he does for other artists, really good. Like I would have never heard of 21 Savage had they not got on that song together. Nope, take that back. I take that back. Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap.
Because what's he doing now? I haven't heard anything after that.
I haven't.
You get the lie, but it's like, what do you do after that? Because
you gotta, do
look at Lil Baby. that tape he did with Gunna I thought it was boo boo. I didn't like it like that.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the strongest, you know. I feel like they kind of sound similar sometimes too.
It's too
I like them both.
A lot of artists sound so similar.
A lot of them.
They do.
So watered down.
Everyone now is influenced by Drake or Young Thug.
You think Young Thug is a part?
I feel like everybody is kind of influenced by the Migos too.
Oh,
the Migos.
I think they brought ad libs back.
Yeah.
Yes.
They brought
I see Young Thug
They got
too.
the coldest
I mean,
ad libs.
I definitely see Young
But
Thug.
Young Thug's influence is crazy.
I can understand that.
A lot of people.
Everyone in
sound like
Atlanta is like influenced. Everyone's influenced by Thug.
Yeah, man.
I can
don't
totally
know.
understand
I feel
that.
like a lot of people. I mean, Lil Tecca. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
but-
Absolutely not.
Okay, but yeah, he dropped an album, like his debut album and stuff like that. And then literally like a week after, he was like, "Okay, I'm retiring." There's like 30 other rappers that sound like me. Like you'll be straight. You know? What I'm
yeah,
saying?
and he
Which-
like 17 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
so you know, and I don't think he is retiring because nobody retires from hip hop. But you know, but like he's not lying when he said that because there's so many rappers where I'll be like, "Yo, who's? Oh, is this? No, it's
Oh,
this
that sound
person,"
like
you know what I'm
blah, blah,
saying? Yeah, it's just like all right,
It's
like,
tiring.
That's what I'm saying.
tiring,
So I mean, I don't know.
All right.
But there are some rappers out there that are trying to make their own, you know, lane, which is cool. What they should be doing. You know,
I completely agree.
Definitely. So,
Yeah.
all right. Our last talking point. We got 8 minutes left. How do we feel about college players being paid?
Pay them.
yeah.
Who's making money off of them?
I think
Pay them.
everyone.
At least,
Period.
come on. At least give them
Something.
These crumbs, at least, because y'all getting the pie and some.
And then on top
Yeah.
of that, their whole life is dedicated to that. They got classes,
Come
and then on
on,
top of
man.
classes, they got to work out and
Come on.
prep for that. And then you have
Yeah.
to take care of your body. It's expensive.
And they can
to
get
take care of your
injured.
body.
You know, like
Yes.
they get injured. You
They
know,
need
they're
to pay
not
them.
no help.
Come
It's
on,
like, all right,
man.
you know,
Please
we
pay
got
these
you.
No matter what
guys.
sport it is, pay them.
One thing I think is really messed up is that if you get a full ride to a school and you get hurt, you know you lose that full scholarship.
Yeah,
that
you
is
do.
terrible.
They don't care.
That is
They-
so
as if
terrible.
you
You're
can't
not
make the
making
money.
them no money.
All right.
That's why they need to pay them. That's exactly why they need to pay them.
Exactly why.
Now I know the state of California passed a law, or
Piece of
they're
shit.
working on a law. But here's my thing: is
I think it just passed.
okay? It needs to be fair across the board, because if you do that and you say for example, California's the only state paying their players.
Everybody's going to go there.
Thank you. Is it going to ruin the purity of the game? The game's not going to be played the same. And at that point, because, you know, money messes up a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
Money is the root of all evil.
Thank you. So if you were to put the only pass in California or whatever certain states, everyone's going to go play there. Competition's not going to be fair. It's going to be really lame. Pay them all across the board, across every school in the country, Alaska and Hawaii included. And just, you know.
But California might be doing something different now because it takes one person to do something for everybody else to follow
Yeah,
suit.
I'm sure
True.
people are gonna
So-
jump on it eventually.
They need
Yeah.
to. Now, do I think they should get like millions and millions and millions?
No.
I don't think so.
I feel like the ones that's being watched to get signed that goes straight to the NFL.
Like
yeah,
a
y'all can
Zion
pay-
Williamson, he
I don't
should have.
know.
Y'all
I
can
don't
pay
know.
But-
They should be getting paid millions. of
I don't know about
dollars.
But
millions.
they should
Not
still have a
millions,
decent
but, like,
check because they still bringing all.
Yeah, they're
the
gonna be
tips to
making
the
money.
school.
I just think it depends.
So-
Like, how are they gonna differentiate? Because like someone who I guess doesn't, you know, is just on the bench. Like, are they only gonna get like $10,000? You know, and are,
Yeah.
and
And
are
see-
these players gonna get hundreds of
But
thousands of dollars? Like, how is that
and see,
gonna
that's
work
my
out,
thing.
you
At
know?
that point, go to the pros if you can. But not everybody can go to the pros. But if you're paying them based off production, some players aren't going to get paid as much as the other. But you
And
want to
that's
fair across
That's
the
okay
board.
though,
The
as long as
NBA.
you're
But that's
paid.
everywhere though. That's even the
Right.
NBA.
That's
you
the
know,
NBA
so it
too.
makes
Like,
sense. You know, I just
we
wonder
work
how they're
together.
gonna
We
figure
make
that
two
out.
different pay rates. So
Lazy, you right. I get buckets.
who wouldn't say that?
But you're absolutely right. Okay? You put it
Yeah.
that way. It makes sense. It's just I just want to make sure that the purity of the game, because the reason why people love watching college sports versus professional sports.
That drive is there.
Correct.
Yeah.
The hunger is there. You get to the pros, dudes will literally play out a contract or play like garbage. You got Antonio Brown situations.
Which is nuts.
Oh
Or Melvin Gordon. Let's not even get into that.
Oh my
Antonio
Lord.
Brown
Yeah.
or Melvin were like these players aren't playing because like, oh, I'm not finna get paid this much. No, what happened when you would just play just to play? That's what got you here. Not you acting like a diva. I don't want that to happen to college sports because then the whole thing is messed up, man.
Then it's gonna
But they
collapse.
do need to pay them something.
They need to pay him something.
They do. And the
I
fact that they
definitely
get
need
kicked
a
out when they
percentage.
get hurt is crazy.
Because like I know a few student athletes myself that have a hard time eating.
Exactly. Because they so focused on school
But yeah,
supplies
you want
and
them to
stuff like that.
perform and do so well, but it's just like
I
you want to
can't-
perform, but you're not
How?
gonna feed them.
I can't even get no bread.
Man.
Literally,
Literally.
literally,
Wine, no water, no nothing.
literally no
Dang,
bread.
Both ways.
You
I was
literally
like,
cannot
man, I
get
can't
any bread at
no
all.
bread.
And you can't
Dang.
accept gifts from certain people. So I just
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
do,
you
like,
can't do anything.
Literally
like
can't
that.
get anything.
you can't have a job.
Nope,
And they
you
literally
cannot.
put you on lock. Dang, you can't have it. Oh my.
Can I have a job?
Because if you're working part time, that's usually the time you in the gym, or time that you on the field, or time that you're prepping to.
That's what they're because they're paying for you to go to school. They're paying us $45 because a lot of these big schools we see UCLA or USC whatever. If you just look at the regular tuition, It's a stupid amount of money.
Stupid cheese.
Stupid amount of money. So it's just like,
and then the boatload of times when you like first get into college, you're taking gen ed classes. Like that first 2-3 semesters are gen eds, which is beyond me.
Like a lot of money. A lot of money.
All three of you guys went away to college.
Yeah.
All four of you guys, if you include Kendall. What was college like? Do you guys regret going to college at all?
I regret going to the college that I went to.
I regret going to college. I really wish I would have went to like a community college. Loans are real.
Loans are very much so real. I definitely not speak to that.
Trash.
I don't want to say college is a scam because it's
Kendall.
not. Because you should get a higher education. You should always strive to better yourself. But like how expensive it is, you know what I'm saying? It's just like
and then
unruly.
It's ridiculous.
Unruly.
Hey, Kendall.
Yeah.
You can't even hear me. I want
he can't even. Like,
never mind.
we want to shake his head.
Okay, but I would.
I wanted to come in and give his opinion on it.
But I would definitely. I would went to a HBCU.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
I feel athletes should go to HBCUs.
Yeah.
Someone brought that point up. A lot of athletes should go to HBCUs because
they should. They bring their attention to those schools. But sometimes the only reason why the school is being talked about because of a certain person that's playing.
Easy.
So I definitely agree.
Yeah, that's big facts. Athletes are basically like the face of universities.
Correct.
For real. I mean, look at like Alabama and like Oklahoma.
It's ridiculous.
Like, everybody
nothing in Alabama.
Stadium.
It's a state.
Football.
It's a real stadium.
Like legit.
They don't have a pro team. Alabama is their pro team.
Yeah, pretty
Literally.
much.
And they play like pros too, to be honest with
They
you.
probably got. Come on, man. It's not a game out here.
It is. It's just college sports is really college in general has its ups, has its downs. I think it all depends on what you want. Like for me, when I was going to be a firefighter, I'd have to go away and pay X amount of dollars a year, 5 figures, to go to school become a firefighter. I'd have to do that. At the time I was looking at y'all like y'all goofy.
I could never imagine myself doing that again. Oh, let me
Not at all.
spend 5 figures to go to.
Well, the thing is, you know, like as when we're growing up in high school and like and even in middle school, like that's what they push. Like, get good grades and you go to college. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's like, okay, this is the next step. You feel me? And then like then they realize, oh, like I got to pay $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000.
Oh, you said I got to do what? $40,000.
You know, so it's like,
man. But then it's that little awkward phase. It's like right after you get out of high school and in between going to college, you just be looking up and reading stuff, and you see people didn't go to school to achieve mass success. So it's like, do I really want to go to school?
My dad was talking about that.
I really want to put myself in debt because I'm so tired of paying loans.
My parents said the greatest gift they could ever give me, one of them, was just no debt when I got out of college. So we made too much money to get aid, but not enough for me to pay out of pocket, just to get but not enough for us to pay out of pocket. So we had to scrounge between scholarships, me, and like them. And you don't get 100% of scholarships you apply for. So like that really sucked in terms of trying to get the money together.
But just to show you how much of the school system is like a little bit of a scam, they told my family the same thing. And your parents are educated with degrees, right?
No, my dad doesn't. My mom does.
Okay, either way, they make good amount of money. I'm sure they make more than my parents, and we still make too much for me to get aid. So it's It's the system's whack.
System is a scam.
And my dad was telling me, go back to school if you have to, because you may get lined up for a certain job in radio, and you may not be able to get it because that person may have qualifications than you. I'm like, well,
but at the end of the day, it's all about experience
and work.
Period.
I don't care.
Period.
Work, because my thing is, ain't nobody perfect, but I know for a fact you put me in the right spot, can't nobody outwork me.
Right.
Can't nobody out hustle me. Can't nobody out nothing me, except for me. I'm my worst enemy. Can't nothing stop me. So I don't care what you got on this paper. I don't care if you work for such and such, you did this. Unless you can show up and literally out, like, just kill me, I got to give it to you, but you can't.
That's the mindset.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. No matter what piece of paper, because you can go to school. How many people do we know as 20-somethings with these 4-year degrees we're about to be 20 masters
I
at
know
this
people
point,
who getting their masters
who are not even working.
Not even working. Some people...
Or getting like $15,000 a year.
Dang, you just do a big number.
Whoops.
Yeah.
My bad.
A few though, a lot. Almost half our generation is like that right now.
I would say some people get their masters. It's definitely not everybody, but I feel like some people get their masters because they're afraid to jump out into the real world because it's not college at all.
I agree.
It's not college at all.
And then some people get paid to go to school too. That's their job to go to school.
And that's their job. And they're like, because I remember like being a freshman, there were people who would be there for like 7 years, and I never understood why. And mentally, I thought it was like, man, like you must be lined up for a real good job, but they'd just be like, no, man, I'm getting paid to do this, so this is kind of just like what I do. And I couldn't get my master's because it's like, It's a lot of cheese. I can't go to college for like another 3 years or something like that, or however.
Time wasted too.
Time, bro.
When
that's
you
the
can be
only
out
thing
in the field
that's
doing
the,
with
that's the only thing you have.
Time wasted, man.
Time
For
time
real,
is
bro.
everything.
For sure, guys.
Can't
But
waste it.
we gotta wrap up, guys. Give everyone your. Well, you gave your social media. Give it again, Trent. Go ahead, give your social media.
My social media for everybody who didn't hear: 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th.
for the people in the back.
For the people in the back.
Way back. Way back.
For the people who got here late.
For the people who got here late outside.
People in the nosebleed.
highly capable. HILEY CAPABLE. All one word on Instagram and Twitter. Also follow SayLess Customs. SayLess_Customs. Yeah.
Pierce.
You can find me everywhere. All social medias. It's PBooks, PB00GS. Even on Apple Music, if you want to listen to my playlist, I'm in there too. So just look me up. Yeah.
Yo, you can find me on Snap, Twitter, and Instagram at Vontrell because it's Vontrell.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I see. I gotta get my game up.
He can't. I've never heard anybody.
Playlist though?
I was like,
Yeah, bro.
You should do
I
it.
might check that out. I was like, let me see. Dang, hold on.
You out here? So wait, say it again. They can search you up for your playlist.
Yeah, I have music. And then you can like go on the page, and then you can like the playlist I make public. You can like and it update if you download it. Then and when I update it, it updates on your phone. So
that's
like,
technology for you.
Yeah.
That's fire.
I got my playlist has like over 700 songs. That's constantly updated.
Fire.
This is why you work with your best friends.
Yeah, man, that knowledge.
If they smart.
So you finna do our ISD PlayStation playlist?
Absolutely should.
We could.
Absolutely
could. We could.
That'd be low key.
That'd be
That
fire.
makes sense.
That'd be fire. I think we got the best. Just in terms of the broad music selection, I think ain't nobody top us three. Period. Straight up.
Tell me your social media.
Yeah, man.
For real, we got Devonn Overstreet on all platforms. ISD and School Detention on YouTube, and of course, you can find us here every Monday from 4 to 6 p.m. here on 101.5 WLCB. You guys have a good week and be safe.
Peace.
Whoa!
Not condone.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's
Although the room is red.
Who just did that?
He was about to
No, you weren't supposed to do that.
Alright, make it up.
Yo, what happened to a simple? Yeah, or deuces.
Or nothing. You
could have said nothing.
Alright.
You out here false flagging? You making the black eye, bro.
I'm not. I'm really not.
Shut up. Goodbye. Whoa.
I didn't know that was something gang affiliated.
You didn't know Super was gang affiliated?
No.
Proceeding like
How do you not know
Fucking suburban baby.
You just have a nigga that get us killed. You say you didn't know Super was gang affiliated.
And y'all all just snitched on me, so I'm dead too.
or their phone number at 224-475-1747. Goodman Club in Mumbai. It's happening.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the
It
lingo.
was fire.
Jelly.
Do you ever got one
Jelly,
college?
adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way of saying jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your uniform phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit Adopt US Kids.
How many people really want to be a
by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
You know what I'm saying?
My sister likes doing that.
Some people do like probably like 3 people in the world.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's weird as fuck.
500.
nobody's trying to do that.
That's why